Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Modern Mining. Today, I want to make a little extra money on my Dogecoin crypto miners. I've been mining with these things for a while, my DG Home 1, and profits are starting to go downhill a little bit, but I've got an idea on kind of how to make these more profitable or basically generate more crypto from the miner that I do have. Now, there was also some news that AlphaPex released a overclock or an efficiency mode for the DG Home 1. I'm going to review the numbers of those and see if that's something I want to enact on my device. So after a quick word from our sponsor, let's get into it. Today's video is sponsored by Crypto Miner Bros, a reliable and highly trusted ASIC miner reseller. There are a couple huge benefits to buying from Crypto Miner Bros. The first is that the price on their website is the all-in price shipped to your door, no hidden fees. The second is that they have a massive selection of all the popular miners. My current favorite miner is the DG Home 1, which I got from Crypto Miner Bros. Don't forget to use code MODERN for $70 off each item regardless of price. Purchasing ASIC miners can be risky with tons of scams going around. Why not make it easy with Crypto Miner Bros? Check them out today with the link down below. So if you guys remember, a couple weeks ago, I switched to mining Dutch as my pool over via BTC, and I was actually going to switch back to via BTC in this video, but then I realized that I had kind of been doing something wrong on mining Dutch. If by all means, a lot of you guys I know have used mining Dutch a lot more than me. Let me know down below if I'm missing any other features, because this was a pretty big one that I was missing. So I'm in my wallets page right here, and you can see that over the last however many days, I've mined about $40 in Dogecoin, and then I've mined a bunch of random cents amounts of these coins right here. So it is a lot of different kind of extra shit coins that you get. The biggest being DGB, I got $3 worth, and Litecoin, I got $3.61 worth. So that's the reason I'm actually not switching back to via BTC just yet, is because this DGB is almost as much as I got in Litecoin, which is pretty crazy because on other pools, I wasn't getting DGB at all. But now my issue is, same as via BTC, how do I get these tiny shit coins into a coin that I can actually use? And that's what I was doing wrong on mining Dutch. So this lazy mining setting up here, I did not have this enabled, and I'm not sure if this is how it works, but I think that now that I have this set to 100% and I have it selected as Doge, that all the coins I mine are going to be converted into Dogecoin. So I shouldn't be getting any more DGB, but I should have $3 more of Dogecoin if I wait a few more weeks. So if that works as planned, then it's really looking like mining Dutch is the best script mining pool. Now, one thing that's super important is the minimum amount that can be converted is this number of Bitcoin right here. And so I was curious, if this number is like $5, then all of these tiny coins I have like 4 cents, 2 cents, 2 cents, all of those basically mean nothing. But I did go ahead and put this into the price calculator here, and that's 2 cents. So that's a good sign that basically all of these coins, besides the one that are at 0, will be converted to Dogecoin. So I'm going to leave it on mining Dutch for a little longer and see if any of these values start to increase. So we'll have this video as a reference to see if we get any more of these coins or if the lazy mining setting is working correctly. So the next two things we need to do is explore, do we want to overclock our DG Home 1 or set it to efficiency mode? And the other thing is, I'm going to be taking all my Doge that I've mined and making some grid trading bots on Pionex with it for just a little bit of extra money off of my Doge. I have it just sitting in the pools right now. I might as well be earning some sort of APR on that coin because I plan on holding it for a long time until it goes back to that 50-cent range, and that could be years. So we may as well start earning some money on it. So on the Pionex page here, I'm just going to copy my Doge address and then go back to mining Dutch. And we'll go into Doge right here and go to payout settings, and then we'll put in our address, and let's pay out when we've got more than, let's say, 30 Doge. Yeah, 30 Doge. We don't need to do it super often because then you're just getting eaten up by fees. So let's hit, this is Pionex Doge. We'll leave that as a note, and then we'll hit save. And now we should get paid out here. Now, while we're doing that, I would also like to go to via BTC, and I have, let's see, $87 of Doge in here. So I also want to withdraw that. And we're going to do a normal transfer, which has a 5 Doge fee, but not a big deal when we have 450. That's our withdrawal address. And then this right here, I always like to just double check that. And then this right here is our amount. So we can go ahead and hit withdraw there. Now I got to do this right here and we'll be right back. Okay, boom, that worked. And you can see I actually had already set an auto withdrawal to my Pionex account, and I was actually below the minimum Doge limit, and I ended up losing that Doge. So everyone always be careful kind of what the minimum withdrawal amount is. In this case, you can see very clearly the very first thing there, I just happened to miss it, is minimum receive limit is 10 Doge. So keep that in mind. Okay, so while we wait on that, there has been a new kind of tool released by AlphaPex that allows you to monitor your miner, your DG Home 1, and there's a couple different options. You can have the normal run mode, which is basically the stock settings, and then you can do an efficiency mode or an overclocked mode. And honestly, RABID Mining has already done an amazing video on this and broken down all the stats, so I'm going to leave a link to his video down below, but I'm going to really quickly go over kind of his findings here and explain why I'm actually not going to make any changes, though this is a very powerful tool in the future. So the main thing we want to look at is this down here. We have the efficiency mode, the overclock mode, and the normal mode. And then what I really care about is this column right here, which is the mega hash per watt, or otherwise the efficiency number. The higher the number, the more efficient the setting is. And then you got your power and your hash rate. So right off the bat, you can see that the normal mode is actually the most efficient, which makes me think that probably they're going to dial in that efficiency mode a little bit better eventually, because it doesn't really make much sense that the efficiency mode would be less than the normal mode in terms of your real efficiency. But the efficiency mode could still be good for people who are like running low on power on a circuit, or wherever they're mining with is getting too hot. Then you could go down and you have basically the same efficiency, but you're only pulling about 400 watts at the wall. That is a good situation for those people. Now you can also see the power cost he's got in here is 11 cents, which is actually what I run as well. And you can see the profit numbers on the right side here. So in terms of profit, the overclock mode, which is pulling 717 watts and you get an additional 0.2 gigahash, has actually the best profit. So if it was still very cold outside, I actually probably would be switching to the high power mode or the overclock mode right now. And that's because you're going to be stacking more Dogecoin, and the more Dogecoin you have, the more basically price potential you have when it goes 30% up. The more coins you have, the more you're going to capitalize when that market turns around. Now, the reason I'm not doing that now is I like to see these overclocks sit around for a couple months and make sure that overclocking your device is not going to hurt it in any way. I would hate to damage the one that I have, and really 4 cents or 5 cents different in profit between the current setting and the overclock setting is not very high. Now, one other reason you may want to do that is if you are using this device strictly for heat, then hey, you may as well crank that thing up, get it overclocked, start getting more Doge, and start warming wherever you're trying to warm. So overall, I'm not going to be changing my setting right now, but this is a pretty sweet option and good on AlphaPex for allowing people to make these customizations to their miners. It's very cool to see that we don't have to use a third party, that they just allow you to do it through their tools. And you don't void your warranty or anything like that. So very cool to be able to select which mode you want to run in. And once again, check out RABID's video if you want to learn a little bit more on those settings. Okay, so we've got a lot of our Doge deposited into Pionex. The mining Dutch payment hasn't gone through yet, but we still have like $85. So that's plenty to go ahead and get this bot started. And then you can always add additional money to an existing bot without issue. So you want to go to pionex.us, and then you want to go to trading bot, and that's where you can create a trading bot. You're going to select your coin right here. I want to do a Doge USDT bot. So we can type in Doge right here, and USDT is right there. Now we're going to do a grid trading bot, and we need to see here if this is going to allow me to fund it with Doge or if I have to fund it with USDT. Sometimes it makes you sell your Doge to get it into USDT, and then you can start the bot. That's just how it works. So let's see here. Yeah, so unfortunately, you can only start it with USD or USDT. So let's quickly sell our Doge. Just keep in mind we have an existing 60 USDT right here. So we'll make sure that we don't lose a ton of Doge to fees here. So if we go to spot trading, then we go to Doge. It's already got it pulled up. We can go to sell, and we'll just do a market sell and we will sell 682 Doge. And just in time, my other Doge showed up. So that's awesome. We've got basically $133.4 of USDT. Now I want to see, can I sell this straight to USD or do I have to sell it to USDT? So let's check here. So I would have been getting 133.36, but if I sell it straight to USD, what am I going to be getting there? 133.26 and only a 13 cents transaction fee. That's nothing. Let's go ahead and sell this Doge. And there we go. You can see our tradable USD is 133, and then occupied is USD that I already have in bots. Now, pro tip why I did USD instead of USDT. Pionex does actually have a fee for going between USDT and USD. And that fee is not huge, but it is something you want to consider. So if you're trading maybe $133 of USDT into USD, you're probably going to lose a few bucks there. So I might as well just sell my coin directly into USD, and then I can create my bot between USD and Doge, and then I don't ever have to deal with USDT conversion fees if I want to cash out USD to my bank. So with that, let's go back to trading bots, and we've selected Doge/USD. We will do a grid trading bot. Sneak peek, I have some martingale bots on the way, and those are actually looking insane on Bitcoin. I want to do a little more testing before I release that video, but I'm getting like 100% on my Bitcoin right now. Granted, it's been extremely volatile, but if that continues, that's crazy. So Doge USD, we can put in all $133. And my hope with this is that we take this Doge that we've already mined, where our DG Home 1 is only making $1 a day. Maybe we use our Doge here to generate a little bit extra profit, and hopefully that's going to make that miner maybe make $1.50 a day if our bots can contribute basically 50 cents in extra profit. Now our bots are going to be generating USD profit, but we can always reinvest that back into the bot and basically use it as Doge. For those who have never experienced Pionex AI trading bots, I'll leave a whole playlist up here, and I'll leave my sign up link down below. I believe you get some sort of reduced fees for a month or so. I do use these bots all the time, and the vast majority of my crypto is actually in these bots because it generates actually about 250 extra bucks a month right now. Okay, so now we need to set up our parameters. If you want to just copy a strategy, you can go to copy strategy and it will show you a bunch of other people's bots. I'm not sure what's going on here. I think it may be having some internet issues because the price data is also not showing. But we can go ahead and pull it up on CoinGecko and get an idea of what kind of range we're trading in. I don't want to do max, but maybe just from the last pump until now. Looks like the low is really about 6 cents, and then we've gone all the way up to 45 cents. So let's go ahead and just fill those in for now, and then we can adjust from there. So what these limits mean, and I'll just quickly go over it. If you need more information, definitely check these out up here. But at the lower limits, your bot is going to stop trading. If you go below it, the upper limit, same thing. Your bot's going to stop trading if the price goes above it. And what happens is if you go below the lower limit, you're going to be holding 100% Doge. If you go above the upper limit, then you're going to be holding 100% cash. And in the midpoint, you're going to be 50% cash, 50% in Doge. So I like to set these where if the price goes crazy, Doge goes to $2, then I don't sell all of my Doge by 45 cents, and then I basically missed out on this whole run. So I kind of like to set this to maybe $1, and what that means is that once Doge is at around the 50% range, then I'll be in half cash and half Doge, which I'm fine with, because if Doge goes to 50 cents, then I'd probably be well off to hit the sell button and sell all of it. So we'll set that to 1. The lower limit, I don't really see Doge going below 6 cents anytime soon. Though, let's see what we're at, 20 cents right now. Maybe we set this to 10 cents or 8 cents. If we go below that, then we'll be in 100% Doge. And we'll be holding our Doge long term anyway, whether we had the bot or not. And then grids here, this is how many trade intervals between your upper and lower range. Let's set it to 100 and look at what our profit per trade will be. And this says almost 1% per trade. So that's pretty crazy. So I kind of want to make this a little bit more grids. Maybe let's say 250 grids is going to be giving us 0.36 per trade. And I'd like to make it so I'm not just getting 60 trades per day, because you do have to pay taxes on this and it's a lot of transactions. I think my whatever form you submit with your taxes, that's all your transaction was over 1,000 pages last year. It was a PDF. So I'm probably gonna be higher than that anyway, but I'd like to make this larger grid so I'm not trading as much, but I'm getting more profit per trade. So let's set this to maybe 150. That seems 0.61 is a pretty significant profit per trade, and we should only be getting a couple trades per day maybe. So let's go ahead and create this thing. It does look like something is going on with the site right now, so I'm just going to try to restart and see what happens. Okay, site's back up. It was only down for like 2 minutes. Not sure what happened there, but we can at least see the chart now, so that's good. So one thing that I didn't discuss with you guys is basically depending on how big your upper limit and lower limit, how big your range is, you have a minimum investment that you have to hit because the bot has to be able to buy enough Doge to basically cover that whole spread. So with our current settings, we need to have a minimum bot size of $367, which isn't going to work because we obviously only have $133 right here. So what we can do is basically just reduce our limits here. So we'll change that to 0.6. And then we change this to maybe 80 grids, and we're getting a lot closer. We're only down to 191 now. So at this point, I don't really want to make my range any smaller because at basically like 35 cents, I'm going to be halfway sold out of my Doge, and I don't really want to do that. So I can just continue to lower the grids, and it's going to make it so the bot isn't trading as often, but it's going to be making more money when it does trade. So let's put this to as close as we can. 60 grids, our minimum investment is 133. So that is fine. We will put it to that. And then we should be able to go ahead and create it with a 12 cents to 60 cents range. Let's try to create. It's going to buy 87% of our Doge right now, and only 12% of our money is going to be in cash because we're much closer to that lower limit right now. So let's go ahead and create that. And I'm not going to show any results in this video because it's going to take a few days to make trades and stuff. I will go ahead and show you what the bot looks like right here. You can see we're going to have an arbitrage profit based on how much we profit off of the grid trading. And then we're also going to have just a total profit based on if Doge goes up or down. But every month I make a profit follow-up video, and we will monitor this Doge bot and see how it does. So hopefully we can make a little bit extra Doge on the side and reinvest our USD to buy more Doge. We'll see what happens. As always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out Pionex if you haven't already. And if you need cheap GPUs, I will leave a link to my site, gpudeals.net. It's the best place to buy used GPUs. See ya.